What's up, everybody? It's Keaton here again with another video. Today is gonna be different. Art today, but it's another form of art. We'll be editing some photos, and I'll be giving you advice for photography a little bit. But today I'll just be editing photos, showing you what I am doing and why I'm changing. Like colors or dehaze or clarity, all that stuff. Before we get into that, I want to show you something I made yesterday. I finished my watercolor uh, painting from yesterday. This is a book I'm working on, actually. So I'm gonna be writing. I've got writing Google Docs first, but if you want to read that, just pause it if you want to read that summary. But yeah, just getting started. But let me show you the watercolor piece I just finished. It took a while, but there it is. It's done. By the way, this is gonna be in the book, so it's gonna be like a chapter / picture book. Also, I got this clay for free from my art class. It's like foam clay. It's from the. So I made props from the book, like the star. I'm not gonna spoil what these are. I'm gonna let you guys figure. Make a video about that when I'm done with the book. It's probably gonna take a while, but keep you guys in touch. But yeah, it's a lighter. My character, Chloe. But yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm gonna be editing about 2 photos. No, one thing I did not know. One thing I found out from my photography class is that let's found this out. I'm very new to photography. I started in September, but February, I can't remember, but I'm taking pretty good photos, but but here I just found out you can change the temperature, stuff like that. So I was experimenting that yesterday. Yeah, it's just a couple of photos there, but yeah, not too bad. But yeah, one thing for photography, the first advice for just mess around with the settings. Look at the aperture wheel, whatever it's called. If you're taking photos in manually and your photos are getting too exposed, turn your ISO down and your shutter speed down, and then mess just a bit. But only need to change these two. So lower shutter speed means more light. No, if you want more, no. If your photo is dark, and when you take a photo, and you notice it's way too dark, put your shutter speed lower. But if your photo is too exposed, bring this up to one of 600, and then this is just like controlling the light. But yeah, but just mess around with it if you're new to it. But the first photo I'm gonna be editing was this mountain I took a picture of yesterday in tungsten light. I'm not gonna change too much about it, but I'll change the temp. So I'm gonna do. Just gonna put the exposure, just mess around with exposure. See, so I'm gonna turn it down, give it that more contrast, so make it more pop. There, as you can see. So you see the mountains right there. It's actually pretty nice. I'm gonna turn the contrast maybe less contrast. It's a little bit too dark if I turn the contrast up. If I'm, so I just want to lighten up a little bit. See, if I turn this way too dark, it might not look good. It might look good if you like that style, but for me, I like a little bit of light, so I can know. Oh, when a person looks at this, they can see the grass, stuff like that. Highlights. So you see, you turn your highlight way up, it's gonna get a little bit brighter up here. The light, when you turn it low, it's gonna be less light. So maybe I'm just gonna put it right here. let's see. Shampoo. I'm gonna put it up right there. Yeah. Because I don't want it too bright, so that takes away from that mountain that you see, the white mountain. So I don't want it's called color merging. Don't want the same colors merging, and then for example, yellow with this yellow. So you're taking a picture, and this yellow is right here. That's gonna be confusing. So you want some separation, like so blue background, and you got yellow flower. You want to blur the background. Take your flower or object and place it, like have some space in the background so you can achieve that blurry background. So, and yeah, and change your lens a little bit, make that clear. Look through the another advice. This is a second advice for photography. Always look at the viewfinder. You always take good photos with that. On screen is pretty good. I like to use both, but I always recommend you use this. But I use the digital screen right here. But yeah. If you're wondering what camera I have the Rebel T5 Canon with the kit lens. I'm gonna get a bigger lens soon probably, but we'll see. I have so much things I want to get for art and photography. The two most expensive hobbies, probably. But no, I did not notice. Just a little bit sidetracked from photography. For like art university, something about that. My teacher told me that no. When you get your supplies, the teachers will provide you like a list of stuff, and sometimes that could be expensive, but they have like a budget list that you can ask your if you go to college or university for art. That's your teacher, but they have. It depends what type of teacher you have. But I thought that was interesting that they have a certain supplies for you to use. But yeah, but back to photography. I'm just controlling the shadow. See if I want it dark. This is a way too dark. I mean, it would be nice, right? But it gives that focal point. So, but I want to, like I said, I want to see the grass. So, if you turn up too much, that looks kind of weird. I want to add a little bit more. So, let's keep it a little bit dark. And then now I'm controlling the whites. So if you put too much white, see how exposed? So if you don't, and blends in, so merge. So maybe less light. I'll add a little bit of whites and a black. It's basically just same for the shadow, but just controlling the blacks in there. So I'll just maybe a little darker. Maybe in the middle. Didn't have to change that much. And for temperature, there's two things you can change: color individually, or you can change the. It's kind of complicated. You got your color, so for example, if you want to select only this green here, you go to that color wheel. But temperature is basically like this. So it's basically like, oh, if I want to turn that a little bit more, I think I got pretty blue. Yeah, that's pretty nice. And vibrancy. The dehaze is going to help with this. So I don't want to turn up too much saturation. Let's see. You can see, it's funny, you can see the snow on there, which is kind of nice. And I'm gonna go effects. I don't have the paid version. I have the free version. So I'm gonna go back to color. Wait, no, I don't want to pay. I'm gonna go back to color. I'll show you what I mean by selecting color. Just if I go to blue, because I have mostly blue, I can change it basically. I'm not gonna change too much. I don't want it too blue. Let's see here. Maybe it's a little bit too blue. That's it. It's not too bad. change that much. Textures, basically, if you see like in the image, use textures, right? So turn up my textures a bit. I know you can't see it. It's a little hard. We just got food around here. So just when I'm using clarity, this is clarity, so how much clarity you want. So I'm just going, oh, you see how that kind of changes? That is kind of, no. So I'm just like controlling C, which is good. It's kind of good. Dehaze, this is one of my favorite tools. And this is when you can see the clouds more if you use, if you do landscape photography or anything. It's good for all things. And there you can see the clouds and stuff. So it's just kind of nice. You look here, see the clouds, which what I like. Usually when I take photos, I don't see the clouds. Sometimes I do, and that's why I always edit my photos. Put a little bit sharpen the photo a little bit. And there you go. My photo I took in tungsten light, and then I just tweak some things to look good. But yeah, for photography, another advice I would be is if you have trouble with let's see here. With blurring the background, AV will help blur your background much more easier. I find that, but it'll you don't have to worry about your shutter speed. It will decide that for you. It will do that automatically. That's what I like about AV. You can control your ISO, which is the brightness, and this is just the depth field. I forgot. I think it's depth. I think so. But yeah, everything else is the same. That's why I like about AV. Or shutter speed here. Same for this one here. This is different. This one just, it decides on your aperture, but you can change your ISO and shutter speed. I would recommend experimenting those three, but experiment them all. Experiment portrait, landscape, flower, which is macro. You can get in little like picture of flower. You can see little like details in the flower, which is nice. Which is what I like. I'll show you an example of that. Like this one. I'll post this on my Instagram. And see with macro mode here, you can see the little seeds and stuff. Like there. It's pretty nice. This is a flower I've never seen. But I took this at a park. The next photo I'm gonna edit, I'm gonna do more like a summer theme since summer's coming up, and you know it's gonna be a little bit hot. But I just took this on trail yesterday. So I want to make it more brighter since I want more summer theme, right? It depends what mood you're trying to. So more contrast. I want less contrast. We'll lose that green color. It loses that like it's kind of going light if I do it too much. It looks gray, but contrast up. It shows that like natural green leaves there. Highlight. So I guess I'll do a little bit of highlight. Shadows. The only thing I can really think of, if you want these like really dark shadows, if it's really, if someone's in the middle and it's like one of those like movie shoots for like a movie and it's like a horror movie, that would be perfect. But I just don't want it. It's too dark. I want, like, you know how in the summertime you're going through the forest and those leaves start to light up like you look through the leaves and it's like that bright green. It's so beautiful. But I want to take more pictures like in cityscape in the summer, like in Vancouver. Vancouver would be nice. I'm excited for more movies filming in Vancouver. So I want to take some photos off the street. Except the movie I'm excited. I'm just wondering because they already announced it yesterday. Life is Strange. The movie is gonna be filmed in Vancouver. I kind of knew that was gonna happen. I thought they were gonna film in Oregon since the original setting is taking place in, like, the game takes place in Oregon. So see if I turn this a little bit to the yellow side, and if I turn this tint to more green, it'll give that natural look. But I won't give that. If I turn this way, see. Just experiment there. It starts to yellow, starts to kick in for the temperature. See, it gives that. I don't know, it's a little bit too exposed on the camera there in the background, but for me here when I see it, it's not exposed. But for you guys on the camera, it's a little bit exposed. But I'll post these on Instagram if you want to see them. I don't want too much vibrancy. See here, you guys can see. I got control to clarity. I think that was a little bit blurry, but it's pretty. There you go. So if I give that yellow, purple, then kind of see that bright green, that trail. The thing, the struggle being a photographer is for sports events, and then they're like semi-raw photos. Raw photos don't look so good unless you got good lighting and stuff, but I think it's always good to edit them. And you guys could see if you're a team on a hockey team or something, you got a photographer and you're just wondering, when is he gonna send us photos? For that, just give him time. It takes time. If he takes like 3,000 photos. I'm trying to see if I don't want too much dehaze. That's only the effing about dehaze. I don't want too much. Sometimes it's too much. Sometimes it's good. Let me see. Clarity. No, I'll do that with sharpening. But also this looks good. There. It doesn't change too much. But although you can see, the infinable and their principle for photography is that you gotta know if you took imagine you're on this trail, right, and imagine you took this photo at a normal height where you're standing, it would be kind of boring. So I just kind of crouch down, and it's kind of cool because you're looking at the ground and it kind of looks like there's a trail leading that way, so it's kind of interesting. Saturation, I don't want too much saturation. Make it too orange. There, and then that's all you really have to do. I'm just gonna turn the blue down, and then I'm gonna do the blue here, there, and then that's all. And I'll do so these two I was just showing you guys. I did tungsten light with this, and then I did green, kind of like summer like thing here. But I'll show you more photography videos next weekend, and I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you next week. I'll be sharing more about my story for Into the Abyss. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, and have a good day.